Hello, everybody, and welcome back to FemmeTarot. I'm Natalie, your international psychic medium and energy reader. And around here, we don't do fluff, we cut straight to the truth. So, welcome, 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 and happy Friday. How is everyone doing on this week? This week, on this, I was going to say on this special day. It's not a special day. Well, Friday is considered special, right? For some. Well, it's Friday, everybody. There you go. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Welcome, 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 everybody. How's everyone doing? How was your week? Just yet another interesting, fascinating, crazy, disturbing week, I guess. That's 2025 for you. It's just a dystopian world that we live in, pretty much. But yes, today we're going to be covering, not reported, but we are going to be looking into a very weird, peculiar case. And I say this because not a lot has come out from this, but to me, it's very bizarre. It's very odd. And I'm also want to debunk some things that have been circulating around social media around this unaliving, because it looks like it is an unaliving. So just a quick recap for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about. So there is an artist. He blew up on TikTok. His name is David. It's spelled the way that you see it on the thumbnail. And he actually had a couple of songs that were big hits. They became big hits because of TikTok. Now, apparently he was on tour. Some of this information, you guys, I got from my daughter because she loved his music, but no more. She's like, I don't want to listen to this type of music if he's going to be guilty or he's associated with someone who's guilty, who's done this to this young lady. We'll get to that. And I told her, listen, you've got to watch this live to find out. So apparently they found a decomposing body in the trunk of his car, a Tesla that was parked in a car park. So, and the reason how they found the body was because of the smell. So this young lady, because now we know who it is, and her name is, I'm not going to call it the body, okay, because that's disrespectful. They found out that the body belongs to a 15-year-old young lady called Celeste, who apparently, now this is something that's come out, she was in a relationship with David, the singer. And I believe David is around 20, 21. He's quite young himself. But at the time when this relationship started or blossomed, she was underage. She was underage up until that unfortunate, really tragic point where her life was taken. So a lot of questions arise from this. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that he was on tour at the time when they found, like the cops found Celeste in the Tesla. But so many questions, right? So first of all, some of my questions, and then we'll get to the nitty gritty. We'll get to the juice of this reading. So first of all, was like, if David was the one who unalived Celeste, why would he place her in the trunk of his car, go off on a tour or wherever, park the car at a public car park, and just go off? Like, what did he think? Did he think that it wouldn't the body wouldn't decompose, that no one would find out? Oh, I'll keep it there and then I'll get rid of it when I get back. So that to me already is a bit odd, like the thinking of it, like his what was he thinking if he's the one who did this to Celeste? We'll find out, hopefully. The other question I have is how tight-lipped the police is. We are not getting anything, and usually sometimes they'll come out with some kind of press what's it called, like what are they called? They will talk to the press. They will give little bit of clues in order to get maybe witnesses to step forward. They're very tight-lipped, right? And when I mean tight-lipped, there's nothing coming out from the police. We don't know anything more than what we know, which is the name of Celeste, her age, and the rest was done by the internet sleuths, where they were able to piece things together and find out that David did indeed or was involved with Celeste. We don't know if he was still involved with her or he was in a relationship with her right before she was unalived. But what I do want to share with you before we start this reading is this video that I got from TikTok, because she explains, like, she took what sleuths found and she put it in a video. And I also want to debunk a couple of things that are being circulating around about Celeste. So let me just play this video real quick and then I'll get to the rest of it.
Has been released of Celeste backstage of David's concert. And at this point, I really want to know when they are going to charge David with at least being around a child. Because in California, the age of consent is 18 years old. And also, Celeste was a runaway child. She was literally missing. In this video, she's wearing Hello Kitty sandals, just like in her missing person poster. And here's the Crocs that Celeste has on her feet. And I talked about these Hello Kitty sandals already and tied them back to David also because her friends were leaking pictures out of text messages. And here's those sandals, and she's holding on to this Hello Kitty keychain. This is the same Hello Kitty keychain that David can be seen in this TikTok video wearing on his pants. This is literally just like a week after this person is saying that they caught this video of Celeste backstage of David's concert. They're saying this person that is with Celeste backstage is David's brother. And I'm going to show you a close-up of her face in 1 second. So we were able to get this picture off of this video and it's 110% Celeste. But if you notice, her hair color is different. One of her friends have been releasing text messages between the two, and Celeste literally talks about dyeing her hair. Not only does this friend have text messages alleging that Celeste was dyeing her hair again because she ran away, she also has these text messages where Celeste allegedly said that she had slept with David. And then this one is a separate text exchange where she says, "Anissa, do not text me back. He's crying. Do not text me. I fixed. I'm staying. Don't text." And the friend says, "So what the F happened?" "I fixed him. I don't know how. We both cried to get here and he changed his mind. I'm happy he did though." Here, there are a couple things that aren't spelled right, but what I think she's saying in Spanish is everything will be fine. Dyeing hair again. Text exchange happened back in April of 2024, which we found out that Celeste went missing not only once, but twice, that she also went missing back in April the very first time, and her teacher confirmed that she was missing for about a month. And then the teacher confirmed that she was brought back after that 1 month, the very first time she went missing, and then she would go missing a couple months later, and then this is where she wasn't seen for a whole year until she was found in David's trunk. And they've even leaked more Discord chats between Celeste and David. And this one was dating all the way back in 2022, where she's saying, "My parents are so annoying. They won't let me go see you perform." And he says, "Don't worry, I'll fix it." At this point, this situation is so sad because if she wholeheartedly ran away the first time and they were able to find her and bring her back like this teacher alleged, there is no reason why she should have been missing for a year a second time. In my opinion, I feel like there is no reason why they cannot bring in David for being with a minor who was a missing person. Now, they're still trying to investigate the whole mess of her being found in his trunk. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
I love Candice. Okay, because she's incredible with the Diddy trial as well. So shout out Candice. All right, so interesting take. Let me just say this. I want you to hold that information, what Candice said. I think I'm pronouncing her name right. She said, well, she read the text, and Celeste said, "They won't let me come to your concert." He says, I'll fix it. Bing, bing, bing. My psychic radar is going boo, 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 Alarms are blaring right now. I'm like, because we're going to look at her mom. And that was my initial, when I heard about this case, that's where initially I went. I'm like, how about her family? How about her mom? I kept getting her mom. We'll get to that. But before we do, our tech checker, Val, as always, is it, just went fuzzy again? Okay, let me know if it fixes itself. Otherwise, I'll have to remove myself and come back. Sometimes that works. Let me just do this real quick. I'll be back. In the meantime, while you're waiting for me to get back, don't forget to like this video. And if you're new here, hello and welcome, and do subscribe. All right, so hold on. Let me just drop out and I'll be back. Okay, hope it worked. You let me know. Val, give me a thumbs up if it works. All right, but before we get to that, before we start the reading, I'm going to ask one more thing from you guys to support this channel. We have a lot of new subscribers here. There are 3 ways on how you can support the channel. 1 is by liking this video. 2 is by sharing this video with your peers, with your colleagues, with your friends. I know a lot of people do that. When they find an interesting reading, they do share it with others. And 3 is leave a comment down below for the replay crew. Just engagement does wonders for the YouTube gods. All right, so let's get to the reading. And I want to tell you what I got just before we came on, what I got by connecting and psychically seeing, what I could get. I did try, even though, because although Celeste was found recently, she has been dead for a long time, it seems, in order for her to start decomposing. I did connect with her briefly, but she stepped back, almost like she didn't want to talk to me about David. And that, to me as well, is like, why? If he's innocent, or if there's no foul play here, not just by him, all right, by someone she knows, why isn't she talking? Why isn't she giving me at least a clue? Connected with her, lost her. But it's fine. That happens. So let's see. Okay. Oh, interesting. Did it fix itself? Yes, Norma, you guys, we're almost at 7,000. Let's get to 7,000. And then our next goal is to get to 10,000, because then Femme Village will be upgrading to a Femme Town once we get the 10K. And we're going to celebrate big time when we reach 10K. I have a massive surprise for you guys. A gift and a surprise for you. So, okay, thank you. Since we got the tech sorted, everything is sorted. Oh, Karen, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for the super chat. It's not coming up. Thank you, Karen. I really appreciate this. This goes for my rescue fund. Any super chats that I receive, just so you know, they go to the rescue fund that I have, because if you're new here, you probably don't know this. I also rescue animals and I rehome them. And generally, I do a lot of volunteer work and a lot of work when it comes to animals, dogs, cats, and horses as well. And donkeys, because there's a big issue here where I live with abandoned and abused donkeys. So thank you very much. Much appreciated. Okay, it is a sad case, Orchid, very much a sad case. So I'm going to start now. So I just want to tell you what I got just before, and then I will be honest, I'm a little bit confused, because usually I'm so good at getting the key or the most important information in a case. But sometimes things can be a little bit murky, a little bit fuzzy, especially if the energies around that event can be a little bit murky. It's not clear cut. It's not things are not as direct, if you will. So the first thing I heard was he was framed. And I wrote it down on my notebook, but I added a question mark because I'm not sure I'm 100% convinced that he was framed. I'm not saying, and a reminder, anything that we say here, it is all alleged and it is based on my opinion as a psychic medium. Okay. These are psychic insights that I have, and they're not based on facts. But I'm not convinced, okay, that David, is innocent. But I'm not sure he's guilty either. So what do I mean by that? We'll find out. Okay, we'll find out together what I mean by that. All right. I also saw a male. I couldn't see his face. I don't know if it was David who I was shown, but I saw that a male was involved. A male was responsible, not just involved, but was responsible for what happened to Celeste. I also saw that she was wearing a brown top when she was found. Okay, I was shown that. She was also wearing jeans, and I'm also seeing red. So I'm not sure if it's red socks or red shoes because, anyways, you don't want the details of how I'm seeing things or what I'm seeing. It is disturbing, but I'm just describing what I'm seeing. All right. The other thing that I got was the her unaliving was traumatic, but on the other hand, I picked up that she wasn't herself. And when I feel that and I pick that up, it means that she either took something or she was given something, drugs, something, some kind of substance there. So at the time of her unaliving, when she passed, she was not sober. She was not, she was completely disconnected to her environment and the people around her. The other thing that's coming through right now, and things come through when I'm opening up for a reading, things come through in this live as well. Live, right? For those of you who have been following this channel for a long time, you know how it works, but I am also explaining it to the new Femme villagers that have joined the Femme village. So I'm seeing people around her. So she's surrounded by people. I believe I'm seeing her last day on earth. I see a dark room and there are people around there. They all seem young people, not like older. They must be like late teens, early 20s, but they're young. One of them is wearing a gray hoodie. And it's almost like they're in a circle. So some people are standing and some people are sitting, but they're in a circle. So I don't know if this is intentional. They're sitting in a certain circle intentionally, or it's just the layout of the room or the layout of the chairs and the couch, etc. But but it's dark. The room is dark. Give me a second. I hear music blaring. There's music. Let me try to hear what music. Is it David's music or is this? No, this is like, it sounds like rock music. It sounds like rock music, but they're listening to music. The music is so loud. So loud. How can they talk? Like, they're not all talking. Some are smoking weed. Interesting enough, I'm looking in now. I don't see, you know how usually you have some kind of coffee table in front of your couch, and then if you have guests over or if you have some kind of, like a party or something, you'll add chairs around the coffee table so people can just, put their drinks and, grab some snacks and stuff. But I don't see any table. It's a very bare room. Dark room. I can't see what's around though because it's dark. There's no table. So they're all sitting around, which is odd. And it looks ritualistic, but this is not what I'm saying. This is not what I feel. Or am I? My guys are saying, my guys are saying that I'm getting there. So I'm getting closer to what happened. Especially when I said ritualistic. What's this? Hold on. I just got goosebumps. There's more than one person responsible for this, for what happened to Celeste. Ooh, I just got the chills. Hold on, Estefania. I see your question. I'll get to it in a minute. Let's see. Hold on. There's more than one. There's several people. There's several people responsible for this. In this room, I would say they're like, I can't tell really because I can't see everyone, but this is a guess, like 7 or 8 people sitting in a circle in this room, listening to this loud rock music. It's not David's music. Let's see. Yeah, she had taken drugs. Most of them there had taken drugs, different types of substances. I should use a different word because of YouTube. Different kinds of substances. Celeste used to sleep on the floor. So I don't know if this is the same house. But what I see, she didn't have a bed. I just see like rags. They look like rags, or like really filthy bed sheets, like laid out on the floor, and a pillow. And I see that's where she slept. Was that in that house? Whose house was that? David is not there. He's not there, but he comes in later. This is what I get. Like he enters the room much later. So at first it's just these people, and then I see him entering the room. He's quite tall and thin. Well, compared to the others, I see that he's quite tall. There's blue. The wall's blue. The wall's dark blue. It reminds me a little bit of my wall. You see it brighter now because of the lights, but it's actually quite a dark blue. Like, reminds me of my wall. The color of my wall. Let's see what else. I see something yellow, but I can't tell what it is. What is that yellow? What is that? Oh, Celeste. She's really blocking me. She really doesn't want to talk right now. She's very confused. She feels very, very, I feel her energy is upset. Not only is she confused, I keep hearing 3 weeks, 3 weeks. Did this happen 3 weeks ago or 3 weeks 3 weeks before they found her? I'm getting 3 weeks, you guys. So I believe she crossed over 3 weeks before they found her. This is what I keep getting. So it was sometime in August, because I see it's hot outside. It's hot. The sun is blaring. It was during the day. It was during the day. But how did she get there? What happened? Was she alive in the house? What happened? I see her lying down. So she's not feeling great with whatever she took. She's feeling very woozy. She's not well because I see her wanting to lie down. This is complicated. They're taking me. They're just taking me different places right now. How did she get in the car? Who put her there? Let's start there. Who put her there? I need to read on her mom. I'm not saying her mom did it, but her mom, this is my opinion, okay? She's somehow involved in this. Okay, not directly, but indirectly. So I need to read on her mom. Let's see. Hold on. See about her mom. We don't know her name, do we? We don't. But I know her surname. Hold on, Rivas. Celeste Rivas was her name. Let's see, show me her mom. Show me Celeste's mom. King of Swords. Oh Lord, hold on. Hold on. Let's just make some room. I'll explain. I need to make sense of this. Hold on. Show me Celeste's mom. The sun. Didn't I talk about the sun? The sun was blaring when they took me outside. The Empress is the mom card. Keep talking. Show me the mom, please. The mom, the sun, the mom, King of Swords. King of Swords is someone who's very determined, all right, and has ulterior motives as well. Someone who gets what they want. Can you show me the mom, please? What can you tell me? The Hermit. All right. Okay. Let me just pull a couple more cards and then I'll tell you what. 8 of Pentacles. 6 of Cups. All right. Okay. All right. Let me explain. I explained the King of Swords, which was the first card that popped out. The King of Swords is very, very much a determined, someone who's very determined and they know what they're. Does anybody know David's sun sign? That would, because I want to connect to him through that. I don't know if this is his card or her card, but when I asked about her, and this comes up, but somehow I get his energy, David's energy with his King of Swords. So if anyone knows, yeah. Then I have the Sun, this, and then the Empress next to it. And then the Hermit. What does that mean? Let me explain. Okay, so the mom, to me, the Sun card is usually it is one of the most positive cards in the deck. Okay, it's all about positivity, positive outcome, happiness. It also represents the dad. The Emperor also represents the dad, but usually the moon is the mom, the sun is the dad, just like in astrology too. This is a very warm card, okay? But next to it, I have the Empress, and we are asking about the mom. So I just see that the mom puts on a facade. So what you see is not what you get. So she appears to be like a good mom, a concerning mom, or a person who is very much family oriented. This is how she wants people to see her. All right. But I have the Hermit. Seems like mom is controlling. Seems that mom is Hermit is the keeper of secrets. He keeps secrets as well. So there is a secret here. Let me put them in order. Sorry. It's confusing because of the camera. Anyways, so there are some secrets there. And the 8 of Pentacles is working hard. It is the work card. It's also like if you do a career reading or a work reading, and this comes up, it's also about training, learning something new. It's hard work. It means that, the energy, the time, and the work you put into something will come back to you. Okay, you'll be rewarded for it. But then I have the 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups is connected to family, nostalgia. I believe Celeste has a sibling. So Celeste's mom has 2 kids that I see, that I connect to their energy. Queen of Pentacles. Celeste's mom loves money, needs money. This is what is coming through. And I believe she is the type, she's quite cutthroat. Cutthroat. Again, if she wants something, she's going to get it no matter what. Ethically, not ethically, legally, not legally. This is what I'm getting. Don't shoot me. These aren't just my opinions. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is about money. It's someone who's very Queen of Pentacles also indicates a pregnancy, could indicate a pregnancy in a reading, but this is not the case here. Queen of Pentacles is someone who's very more old school, more, quite nurturing, but also someone who is likes material stuff, right? Someone who's attracted to material goods, more materialistic as well. This could also indicates that. There you go, you guys. I'll tell you exactly because it's all flooding in now. Seven of Swords means someone's been doing something naughty, sneaky, backstabbing. This is also backstabbing. So we're trying to bear with me. Okay, this might be long, but we're trying to piece the pieces together and we're trying to unravel this mystery. I want to go back to what we saw in that text. David said, don't worry about you not making it to the concert because they won't let you. I'll fix it. I have a sneaking suspicion because she went missing. She was missing since April 2024, and then she reappeared, and then she went missing again. I believe that David was giving her mom money, was bribing the mom of Celeste in order for him to spend time with Celeste and have her live with him or in a house or an apartment somewhere, right? This is what I'm getting from this. The Tower. We're still reading the mom. The Tower. Disaster. I don't see Page of Swords. Page is the child. The mom, I don't believe that the mom believed that Celeste went missing back in 2024. I don't. I think she was covering her tracks because people were asking questions. What is she going to say? What is she going to say? Oh, you know what? There's this young up and coming artist in love with my daughter. You know what? She does my head in. She annoys the crap out of me. She's a teenager. I just took money off of him for her to go and stay with him, even though she's underage. She's a minor and he isn't. So to me, she's covering her tracks here. She's covering. She knew where her daughter was. She knew who she was with. She knew all of that. To me, she is, I said this before, parents are responsible for their kids, regardless of their age. If they're under 18, you're responsible for your child. And to me, she's guilty by proxy for not protecting her daughter and doing this because of the money. I believe she needed money and she will do anything for money. And this reading just shows that, proves that. I believe the mom knows the truth. She knows it, whether it's intuitive or maybe but she knows what happened. That is the disturbing thing right now because we haven't heard anything about her mom. Sure, people grieve in their own way. They have a lot of people also need time to grieve, right? But it's all sus. It's all sus. This reading is just, swords. You guys, I'm gonna throw the cards for David, and then we're just going to try to make sense of this. But I've just gone cold. She knew where her daughter was. She knew who she was with. She knew what she was up to. And she was okay with it. Why? Because she was being paid. She was being paid. Oh my Lord. What a reading. 10 of Swords. Look at the goosebumps. I don't know if you can see it because of the lights, but look at the goosebumps. You guys, 10 of Swords is my death card. It is the death card in tarot. Everyone's scared. Everyone's afraid of the death card. No, the death card is actually a positive card. It means that you're moving on to a different chapter. You know, you're just letting go of what's no longer serving you. It's ripping the band-aid. That's what the death card means. This is literal death. This is literal death. I just wait. I wrote down he was framed, okay? But what if I didn't hear it correctly and it was sorry, let me go back. I wrote down he was framed. What if he was framed by her? I don't believe she's the one who did the unaliving, but I don't feel that she protected her daughter either. So to me, she's just as bad as whoever did this. We'll look into this. I'll throw the cards for him. What is everyone saying? Hold on. Did I miss a question? Who's Aries? That's Aries? The mom? Oh, no, David. We're talking about he's an Aries. Okay, interesting. Born March 28th. Okay, he's an Aries. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Let me read him and then we'll see what comes through. Okay, let's see. David. Show me David. What can you tell me about David? How is he involved with the unaliving? Was he involved with the unaliving? What can you tell me? What can you tell me? Keep seeing the color yellow. I see a banana. See the sun. I know banana is very random, but sometimes these random things that I see are clues to something else. Show me David. Did he do this? And if he did, what did he do? Let's see. Nine of Cups is the wish card. It's a very positive card. It's wishing. It's just like your wishes come true, right? It's like the Aladdin of tarot, or the genie of the tarot. Not the Aladdin. I meant the genie. The genie of the tarot. 4 of Pentacles. 7 of Wands. You guys, interesting twist. We'll get to the bottom of this. I'll try to get to the bottom of this today. I will. So what I get with these cards, let me show you all of them. So I have the 9 of Cups, the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is carrying a lot of responsibility, a lot of load, and or guilt. Carrying a lot of guilt. 4 of Pentacles. How is he going to hide? I don't know how he was paying the mom, but this is terrifying him now. If the police is able to trace back to him bribing her, essentially, or not even bribing her, just giving her money in order for him to... Actually, this could be considered... You know what I just thought of? This could be considered trafficking. This could be considered trafficking. She was underage, and he was sending the mom money in order to spend time with her and live with her and be in a relationship with her. Is that what they're going to get him on? Is that why? Okay. I know. Sorry, you guys. This is really annoying. I realize it, but this is live. So I'm just as surprised as you are. And I'm trying to make sense of everything that is coming through right now. Because then I have the 7 of Wands. He's denying, he's going to deny it. Like he's really, even though he seems to be working with the police and being cooperative, he's not being completely honest, and he's protecting himself. And then I have 10 of Cups and 5 of Wands. Okay, so what I'm getting with him is, yes, he was obsessed with Celeste. I mean, to the point that if you guys hadn't told me his sign, I would have said, oh, he's a Scorpio. There's no way to explain this, because I feel obsession, like infatuation, obsession. This is the 9 of, I want her. She's mine. I want her. We're twin flame. I keep hearing twin flames, and I believe this is something that they would say to each other, or they believe that they were twin flames. 10 of Wands, carrying guilt. Okay. 4 of Pentacles, it's the money. This is like saving money, keeping money, making sure no one takes my money. It's also, I have secrets or money hidden, or secrets around how I make my income, or about my expenses. You know where I'm going with this. Did 7 of Wands, defense, putting a wall up, a wall of defense. 10 of Cups is like a completion card. It is the Cups card. It is the emotional card. I believe that as soon as the relationship died, and I'm using this as a pun, all right, so did she, unfortunately and sadly, because I see a lot of fighting. They weren't seeing eye to eye. There's a lot of fighting, a lot of toxicity, and she wanted to go back to her family. 9 of Pentacles. Hold on. Judgment. You guys, I have a little bit more clarity now. I don't believe, based on what I'm seeing in this reading and what I got before we started this live, he didn't do this, okay? But I do believe that he covered for this. This was not a surprise to him. This is what I'm trying to say. His career was on the up, right? It was doing great, amazingly. And he just, I believe that someone else did it to her. That's the other man. That's the man that I saw before. Someone else did it, did this to her, and I believe he found her. David did, and tried to cover for it because it's stupid, dumb what he did. If this is what he did, but this is according to this reading. He covered it. He tried to find a way to get rid of the body, all right, because he was afraid because of her age, because of the history, because of all of that he was going to get in deep, no one would believe him that he didn't do it. So he decided to cover that by getting rid of the body. But he left it in his Tesla, which, again, I feel that he panicked, didn't think things through, He said, okay, I'll park it there. I'll figure this out. I have to do this tour. I have this concert. When I come back, I will, I will figure things out. But it was hot. It was hot. The car got hot. So unfortunately, it really, sped up the process of decomposition. But I don't think he did it. I don't think he did it. Ace of Swords. Who did it? It was a man. I told you there's more than one, but I feel the man was the one, like the main person. Someone in that room. That man was in that room that I was shown. I can't see him clearly. I believe he's a white man. But there were others. I see a woman. I don't know what she identifies as. I have to say this because she looks a little bit more masculine looking. She's, remember the gray hoodie I mentioned earlier? She's wearing the gray hoodie. That's the one. She's got her hair, brown hair in a ponytail. She seems young. She seems quite, again, more masculine looking. Her energy is more masculine, but this is like, biologically she's a woman, but I don't know how she identifies as. But that's beside the point. I'm just describing what I'm seeing. But I'm looking at her and this man. What happened? Okay, let me ask the cards. What happened? I'll get you a card. Let's see what you guys are saying real quick, and then we'll get to that. You got same thing I picked up last night. I believe he knew. I know. So he is guilty by proxy or by association or by the fact that he covered for it. And the fact that he was involved with a young girl who came from quite a dysfunctional, troubled family, apparently, or allegedly. We don't want to get in trouble, but to me, what's the question? Is it possible that she was an offering for his career? No, I don't feel that. I don't feel that she was an offering, but I definitely, again, I will go back to the ritual stuff that I mentioned and this circle that they're sitting. I do believe David was dabbling with some kind of dark magic. I don't believe she was an offering, though. I believe that they were all, and Celeste, unfortunately, involved with very shady, dark people. You know what I mean? So no, I don't think. It's the mom. Why would a mom allow this? Why? I mean, it's to me, it's as a mom, it's just infuriating me. Let's see. What are you guys are saying? The Femmies are the best sleuths out there, you guys. The best sleuths out there. Well done, Alexis. Thank you for that. Celeste's mom is Angelita Guerrero, age 53. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yolanda says, I don't believe he did this. They say she was messing with other people, believe someone else wanted her. So yeah, your intuition, everybody, was spot on or is spot on. Someone's saying she either thought she was pregnant or was going to tell about the relationship, and so he took her out. No, that's not what I see. But what I do see, again, I do see that she was involved with a very shady crowd of misfits who have gone rogue, pretty much. And something happened. Let me look into that. I just want to know what happened. I won't rest till I find out. Let's see. So I need some insight with regards to who did this. How did they do this? There's an older man, older, I mean older than her and David and the crowd. So there is a man there who knows David. They know each other. I'm not saying they're friends. I don't think they're close. They know each other. Maybe they hang out together, or they used to hang out together and just smoke a little bit of weed and whatever, but they know each other. But what happened? Someone attacked her. Oh, they just took me to a draping scene. Okay, someone draped, and that someone is this guy, not David, this other guy. She's drugged up. He's holding her hands like that, you know, he's pinned her hands down. She's not screaming, she's crying though, because I see tears running down, but she's not making any noise. It's almost like she knows what's going to happen. She's like, she goes with it to make it as painless and as quick as possible. This is how I feel when I cry. The banana that I mentioned earlier, let's wait for the autopsy report, but they gave her a banana. She ate a banana because she was feeling very woozy at some point that evening. So they grabbed a banana, they found a banana, and she ate half of it, because I see the other half, it's on the floor. It's just placed on the floor. How is he associated to her? I want to know. Like, he's you guys, this is going to end up becoming a trafficking case. Just heard it, just saw it with big bold letters, neon lights, all of it. It's gonna end up becoming, it's gonna turn out to be a trafficking case. And this guy manipulating these young children that run away from home, who are lost, who have substance abuse issues. This man and David, what are you thinking? What were you thinking? What? Because I feel that Celeste bet this guy through David. He has to fess up to the police. David, you need to fess up. You need to confess. It's going to be easier for you. The jury is going to, take that under consideration when you go to, but it has because other girls are in danger. And there's another girl that's missing. And I see her. There's another her family's looking for her, who has had the same fate as Celeste. There's another girl. Interestingly enough, that other girl's got brown hair too. Also, that girl that I was talking about before, the more butchy, masculine girl, she is associated to this guy. So she's like the Ghislaine to the Jeffrey. This is what I'm getting, because I just got this analogy. But that's why the police hasn't come out and said anything about this case, because I think the police knows they're following the breadcrumbs. They're following the clues, right? I think they know that this is going to end up uncovering a trafficking situation. So, oh my God, this is so bad. But no, it wasn't David who did it. It's this man. Let me see if I get anything about him. Hold on. I'm trying to get a name, or maybe just see if he drives a car, what kind of, trying to get any clue if possible. I see a blue car, but it's not like a dark blue. It's more of like an electric blue color car I'm seeing. I heard the name Martin. So this could be his name, or this could be part of his surname or his middle name, but I heard the name Martin. So he's also got curly hair, and he usually wears a cap, and you can see the curls. Like it's like longish, his hair, and his like hair curls up where the cap ends. Um he wears these like old, worn out Vans shoes. You know, the skater shoes, Vans, but they're so worn out. They're so filthy and worn out. But I see that what he's wearing. That's all I'm getting with this guy. That's all I'm getting with this guy. Wow. Okay, let me have like a 3-minute breather. Let me just to allow maybe for more insights to come through if I pick anything up. So I'm just gonna check the chat. Why does California have the most horrific crimes throughout time? I thought Florida had, right? Wasn't it? I think if you go on Reddit, you can find statistics as to which state had the most like serial killers or the most unalivings, which state or which area has the more, trafficking cases. You have all the stats there. So it's interesting to look at. But so weird though that afterwards that he would have a white and be wearing clothes similar to her. Yeah, I just wanted to debunk a couple of things that I forgot to mention earlier about this. So let me bring up my things because I've written them down here. So so one of the things that that has been circulating is that David would release his songs on Celeste's birthday. So the last 3 songs that he released, the last 3 years, he would all release them on her birthday, which is sometime in September. That has been debunked. It's not true. It's not true at all, because actually the most controversial of his songs, which is called Romantic Homicide, which was the one that blew up on TikTok, was released in July. It was released in July. So that has been debunked. That's not true. The other thing that was going around what is interesting is that David wrote a song about a girl named Celeste, which leaked in December of 2023. We know he was in a relationship with her. This reading shows that he was obsessed with her, and he saw her as a twin flame. She saw him as a twin flame. We know all that. What was the other thing that I wanted to debunk? I don't remember. It will come back to me. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But this is going to end up becoming a trafficking case. That just got busted. That little boy and the parents, the situation, the Black Dahlias, the Manson murders, the Night Stalker. Yeah. Sidium has a question. Would anyone go to prison for this murder? Unaliving, have to be careful what I say. Yeah, let me ask. Yeah, I just heard he will get caught. This guy, not David, the unaliver is, I heard, yes. He's in hide. He's on the run. He's hiding. They'll get him in a few months. I get months. It's not going to be that fast. But yes, he'll be caught and he will pay for it. Was David getting money for trafficking her? Why did he do it? David was not the one trafficking her. Actually, it was her mom, because she was the one paying him. Well, sort of. Sorry. What am I saying? He's the one paying her. Confusing. He's the one. So she was trafficking her daughter. It's not, he paid her money to allow for her to go to his concerts, to spend time with him, sleep with him, and just be done with her. This is how it feels. It's just like, okay, go live with your boyfriend, go do your thing, for as long as I get paid, as long as I get money. That's what happened. You're so right, Danny. Oh, this could become the next, American Horror Story. Thank you. By the way, now StreamYard, so you don't need to drop a capital Q anymore, because StreamYard, which is fantastic because they update things so fast, they automatically add a question mark, so I'm able to see it. So you don't have to add a Q, because there is a little like icon next to your question. You just need to add a question mark, I guess, and it just picks it up. There's a lot of different energy swirling in California, making for both excitement and conflict. It's a vortex. And right now, listen, there's a lot of dark arts and a lot of darkness and a lot of on Californian land, LA as well. A lot of evil things and darkness has happened. Okay, go back to Native Americans and what the elites are doing over there, plus the tunnels, plus the trafficking, plus, so the energy is very, very dense and quite dark in California at the moment, as the collective is trying to purge and trying with the spiritual warfare and trying to get rid of this bad energy and of all this evil. Actually, Campire, he voice memoed me just before I came on. Like we were talking. Anyways, but he said, Natalie, you've been saying this for years, and this is what's happening right in front of our eyes. The masks are slipping with all these celebrities, the elites, all these people. We're now seeing them for who they are, and people are turning against them. I've been talking about this since 2023, and I said this is coming, and we're seeing it happening right now. And that's why the energy in California and in LA is so dense, and it is low vibrational. Let's see. Yeah, Rosie says that, and Rosie's not even like in like LA, but it's just the whole California, unfortunately, has that energy. Or Dakara Thompson. Okay, hold on. Let me write it down. I have all your suggestions here. Thompson. Okay, is this a true crime case? Yeah. All right. I don't know if do you guys have any other questions? I don't think there's anything much to add to this, because to me, it's clear. I mean, it took us a while to get there, but to me, it's clear. It's absolutely clear. Yes, David will get in trouble. Of course, he's not going to get away with it. Not for the unaliving. He's not going to get in trouble for the unaliving, but for the trafficking stuff, he paid the mom. He had a relationship with a minor and a girl that's supposedly missing, in quotes. And I'm saying supposedly because I think that was intentional from her family and her mom. So people wouldn't ask questions as to where's Celeste, what happened to Celeste. If you just declare her missing, everyone's looking for her, but everyone knows she's missing. So yeah, that's what I see. So this is really, really an interesting case. It's interesting to see how it's all gonna unravel pretty much, and what the police is gonna come out and say. But now I know why they're so quiet. I think they're just, figuring out that this is not just an unaliving. This is gonna lead them to something else, which is trafficking. Well, funny you asked that, Tiffany, because if you go on YouTube, and I did a little bit of research, because first of all, I wanted to hear his songs. I wanted to read his lyrics because, of all of these like theories and all these things going around on social media. And let me tell you, I think he's got millions of views right now on his video clips, on his videos on YouTube, and he's got millions of followers. So this is actually helping his career. But whether if he's gonna lose his career temporarily, but people forget easily, he'll come back, and people will have forgotten when he comes back, and he'll make more music. So it's not the end for David. It's just, for now, he's got bigger things to deal with. And yeah, but he's still making money. He hasn't been charged for anything. He's still free. He's cooperating with the police. So he's making money at the moment because people are curious and people are streaming his music. So yeah, it will take a temporary dump, but then he'll be back after a few years. Off topic, would love your view on Princess Martha, or I'm not pronouncing it right, because Mirtha, is it pronounced Mirtha? Because I know in German with the umlaut, it's like Matha. Anyways, and the weird shaman Durek in Norway. Ooh. All right. I wanted to watch the docu, but let me write this down. I won't watch the documentary until I do the reading. As you know, this is my preferred way of doing things. But yeah, I'm fascinated by this. As you guys know, I'm a royal watcher. Okay. I will do Asa. What was Celeste's life path that led to her passing? What did she come into this life to learn? I'm not connected, because I'm not connected to her. I cannot see that. Usually I see this when I do readings, when I give readings to people, or if I'm channeling, I'm able to see everything. I'm able to see a lot about the soul's journey and their life path, but I'm unable to see that right now because she's blocking me. Unfortunately, otherwise I would have shared with you what I get. So yeah, I don't know what other questions. Also, if you have any suggestions for Sunday's live, do send them to me, or do drop them down below in the comments what you want us to talk about. I have a lot of true crime stuff that we're going to be doing. I'm gonna some of them I'm going to do with Jamie. I haven't called her yet to set up a reading to set up a video recording. Evan McGee's a young lady who was vanished from the Bay Area. She came up for me as soon as you mentioned the older man that Celeste was left with. You think there is these are connected? You think Heaven McGee is connected? When did she vanish, Sella? When did Heaven McGee vanished? That's interesting. I predicted her pregnancy, by the way. Cardi B's pregnancy, predicted it, I believe, last year. I said she's going to have another baby. I did a reading with Kempire, and I said, I see another baby. So there we go. There's another baby on the way. Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, wow. Yes, we'll talk about it on Sunday. Wow. So disturbing what's happening right now. Is there Selena Gomez connection to whom? To whom? I missed something there. Not firing, but suspended indefinitely. Well, it's like Andy Cohen saying that, Roni's on pause. It was canceled. What's her name? Oh my God, what's her name? From Roni, short hair, blonde hair, Bluestone Manor. Oh my God, why can't I remember her name? She too. She was supposed to be on pause, but she was. So yeah. Jimmy Kimmel is not coming back. And actually, my husband asked me yesterday, because he's like, do we have Disney Plus? And I was like, yes, we do. He's like, we have to cancel. I'm like, well, we got it for free because of a package or whatever, but we don't really watch it anymore. And he's like, we need to cancel. I'm like, yeah, but we need to cancel Pixar too. We should be watching Pixar and ABC and everything's so connected. But what's in Dorinda? Everyone's like, Dorinda. Yes, I don't know why I forgot her name. For Dorinda. Actually, and by the way, a big supersized Bravo reading is going to come up soon because Giorgio sent me his tarot deck. He created a tarot deck called Housewives, based on the Housewives. And we're going to do a collab and we're going to do a reading using his deck, which is going to be fun. But where was I regarding regarding Jimmy Kimmel? Oh yeah. And my husband asked me, he's like, what does his future look like? Like, is he still going to be, will he still have a show? Will he still make the amount of money that he made? And I said, he's going to make more money. He's going to be even more successful. He's going to be liked even more, or the Gen Z are going to be introduced to him officially, and they're going to like him, and he's also going to attract the gens. Because why? Because he's going to create his own platform. He's going to start a podcast, a YouTube channel. He's going to be the next Joe Rogan. They're all moving to streaming platforms and moving away from legacy media, mainstream media. Media is dead. Mainstream media is dead. It's official. Rest in peace and spiritum cabalium to legacy media. It's done. It's done. Look at them. They're all migrating to streaming platforms like YouTube. They have freedom of speech here. Well, yeah, sort of, because YouTube is censoring all of us, and it's being I'm not going to use the word, by DICK. That's what YouTube is at the moment. Not at the moment, it's always been like this, but it's gotten worse now. But at least they don't have anyone telling them, don't say this, don't say that. And you have to please, this political party or this, don't upset this person. No. So they're all going to end up here in our corner of the world, of the internet world. Do you think Candace Owens is going to discover some bombshell information of the Charlie Kirk situation? Is she safe? We can do this on Sunday as well. So this could be in combo with Jimmy Kimmel. I've done a couple of readings on Candace, but mostly related to the Brigitte Macron lawsuit. But yes, we will get to that on Sunday. That's a good topic to talk about, Candace and Jimmy Kimmel as well. Now, no, Candace right now is monetizing. She needs the money. She has a very expensive lawsuit in her hands. She's got more than one, by the way. It's not just the Macrons. She's being sued by two others. Don't ask me how I know this psychically. But it's interesting because she's not going to take this to the end, meaning where she exposes Israel or whoever, or Bibi. And right now she's making a lot of noise, and she's extremely smart. She knows what she's doing. She's making a lot of noise for good reasons, not just monetizing her content and obviously wanting to make more money from that. I understand that. But she's making a lot of noise for a reason. She is she's trying to ruffle feathers, because when you start ruffling feathers, it's the same MO that she does with the Macrons. She doesn't stop, right? She keeps insisting. She doubles down and she keeps going, even though she is in a lawsuit, right in the middle of a lawsuit with them right now. So she's ruffling feathers for a reason, because when your feathers are ruffled, you start making mistakes. You start slipping up. You start showing your real face. This is what she's doing. But I don't believe that Candace is going to expose something, it's not as easy. Not as easy. Not as easy. And she's got a family. I believe she has 4 children, or is it 3? Doesn't matter how many children she has a family. So she's not going to take it to the point where it's going to get super dangerous. Right now, I feel she's safe right now at this moment, but we'll see on Sunday. What happens in the future? Heaven McGee vanished and so it was recent. The FBI is involved as well. I'm not sure if it's connected. Her face just popped up while you began describing the man. Could be connected. Wait, let me just pull one card. I'll just ask a yes or no question. Hold on, let me just neutralize my deck though, real quick. Wait, sorry. I'll get back to you, Sella. L, I saw that too. And you know what? I went to the French newspapers and read they're bringing a gynecologist in. They're bringing a gynecologist that will testify that Brigitte was pregnant. That's her evidence. Just saying. That's what leaked. I don't know if they have more evidence or how they're going to debunk all this, but this is what I saw, what I read in a French newspaper. So back to Sella. All right. Question. Is Heaven McGee, or is this man somehow connected to Heaven McGee? It's this Martin guy. Too many cards. Half of the deck just flew out. So, okay. I just had a card fly out. Hold on. So, well, that's a yes. And that's the Sun card. And we had the card before, if you remember. It's possible. I get a yes. The cards say yes. There is a connection to this Martin guy, this man, to Heaven McGee. So it's interesting. If you've got anyone in law enforcement in California, you can send them this video. This would help the police, actually. It would help the investigators, actually, to get to the friggin' point and get to the source of things. That's a good one. I feel that Stephen Colbert will take a little break. I don't feel that he's decided what he's going to do from here on end, but I'm getting that he will withdraw a little for a little while. He's not gonna. Maybe he needs a bit of time to plan, to see what's the best course of action is. But Kimmel will be back. We'll be back. So yeah. I was like, yeah. So you actually call in your OBGYN who saw you pregnant. Did he just see her pregnant? Because the wording was interesting. Someone who was a witness and a doctor, a gynecologist that was a witness and can testify that he saw Brigitte Macron pregnant. This was the wording. Interesting choice of words. Not he examined her, he delivered her babies, whatever. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying that she's not, whatever. To be honest, I have bigger problems. Well, we have bigger problems to worry about, okay? Me, myself as well. I don't care. But I found interesting the choice of words. And if this is all they have, again, we don't know, because they're obviously not going to reveal all their cards, no pun intended. But if this is the case, weird. Who does? The police? Are we talking about Celeste? Because we moved on to different topics. These folks have huge staffs behind the camera. They're all out of jobs. That is so true, Karen. That is so true. Because, Colbert, Kimmel, Fallon's next, by the way. I know. Why Fallon? Well, they're going to start firing all of these TV hosts, show hosts. Yes. Fallon's next. And I agree with you. because we talk about them, but we don't talk about the people that are behind the cameras who are going to be severely impacted by this, and their families. Come work here. Come work with us on YouTube. We'll take you. We'll take you. We'll hire you. We'll give you more money. No, because we don't make that much money. We hardly make any money on YouTube. I mean, you do make money if you have sponsors, but a lot of times I do have sponsors who approach me, but they're not the right kind of sponsors that I want to have. And I'm not going to just have a sponsor for the sake of making money, to be honest. No, I'm true to myself, and I'm going to, when the right sponsor comes along, I may do some, sponsorships and paid content and stuff like that, just to what's the word? It's just because on YouTube there's so many, what people don't realize is that we have a lot of expenses having a YouTube channel. You have to pay for your equipment, for your internet, your modem, all sorts of things. But what we get back is peanuts. It's literally peanuts. So yeah. Anyways, could she just come out and confirm her last check up? I don't know why they keep dancing around these things. I know it would be so simple to say, you know what, Candace, just shut the F up. Here's my birth certificate, or here is my this is like a report from my gynecologist saying that, I'm a woman. Which leads me to believe that maybe Candace might be right. Might be. I'm just saying. I'm not, again, I don't care. Trump said Fallon admires him. There you go. I felt, because we had the TV on and Fallon came up, and as soon as I saw him energetically, I felt, oh, next month it's going to be Fallon. It was like intuitive. It was just came in really fast. Sad, Karen, that so many people are losing the job. We all agree about that. It doesn't have biological children, though. According to Candace, no. According to Candace, she doesn't have biological children. These are the children of. She is the brother. Oh my God, it's so complicated. So Candace says that Brigitte is her brother, who transitioned to becoming Brigitte, and those kids were carried or were conceived by another relative. It's a bit confusing. I don't know, but according to Candace, they're not biological children. The other question is, why aren't her children coming forward and just saying, you know what? She birthed us, she raised us. Her brothers. No, I think her children. I mean, I understand her children want to be quiet, but where's the brother? Where's that brother that Candace is looking for? The brother that is Brigitte, because he transitioned into a woman. Wouldn't it be easier if he just came forward and said, hello, I'm here. I forgot his name. Is it something Justin? I don't remember his name now. Hey, I'm her brother. I'm here live and kicking, just chilling down here in Nice, going to the casino in Monaco. What do you want from me? Yes. She's not me. I'm not her. So it'll be interesting to see how it all unravels. She said they were conceived by the original Brigitte, and then the brother took her identity when Brigitte passed away. Okay, thank you for explaining it. Yeah, but where's the brother? Where's the brother? This whole charade and circus would have stopped if he just came out in public, did a press release, and said, hello, this is my name. I'm her brother. This is when I was born. This is what I was baptized. This is done. So, but you guys, again, a reminder what I've been saying for so long. Expect the unexpected and keep an open mind, because there's so much more that's going to come out. It feels dystopian, but you know what? The rose colored glasses And this filter that we had in front of us, it's gone. What we're seeing now is truth. We're seeing what reality is like. I told you this. Didn't I tell you this? Didn't I tell you that our world will change completely? Go back to my old videos, my prediction videos, that we will see the world in a very different light. We will see the world for what it is, without the rose-colored glasses, without the filters, without all that crap. We're seeing the truth now. We're seeing what lies beneath. So expect the unexpected. So if it comes out that Brigitte is indeed a man and everything that Candace is saying is true, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Just don't. Just be open to whatever. And the aliens through extraterrestrials. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, if you're new here, you can check out the videos we've done on extraterrestrials and about when we're going to have open contact and when, finally, in my opinion, because I'm excited, I can't wait, okay, to start seeing the aliens and living among the aliens and just receiving this incredible wisdom that aliens will come with, or extraterrestrials, let's be politically correct. So you can check out some of the videos that I've done on this, because that's coming. And if you are a skeptic, or if you don't believe in this, just be open-minded. Just watch the videos, stay open-minded, all right? And just accept that if Brigitte is a man and she was able to hide it for all this time, okay, and Jimmy Kimmel was fired because he didn't even say anything that bad. A lot of people have said much worse things about Trump, about Kirk, about Charlie Kirk, etc. If Kimmel and Colbert lost their jobs because of free speech, because they voiced their own opinions, and may I add, in comedy, in context of comedy, all right, and sarcasm. Yeah, this is a very weird world we live in. Might as well see the aliens. That's some more time tonight with every single group. Yeah. So to me, that's fishy. That's fishy, and I've said this. But if you're curious about what I said and what I saw about this whole lawsuit, I've done 2 videos on. I've done 2 readings on Candace. The most recent one, I think, was a couple of months ago. So you'll find it on my channel. All right, you guys, that was it for today. This was so interesting. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest, but that's the fun part of doing these readings live. You see the whole process. You see how I do readings. You see how I connect and what comes through, and we start piecing those pieces. We put everything together. We put everything together. Yeah, that was great English. All right, so on your way out, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, replay crew. I would love to hear your opinions on this case and everything that we talked about today. And don't forget to follow me on social media as well, everybody. I'll be happy to connect with you on there as well. Have a beautiful Friday. We'll be back on Sunday to talk about Kimmel and Candace and anything else that you guys ask me. Till then, have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye, everybody. Bye.